Hey, I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and today I want to talk to you about how you can use MFreqShifter multiband to tune your drums. I know you're probably thinking, why would I use a frequency shifter to tune my drums instead of a pitch shifter? And the reason is, when you use a pitch shifter, especially if you tune the drums down, it kind of dulls the top end, and if you shift it up, it kind of creates like a Mickey Mousing sound, which you don't want. By using a frequency shifter, you can avoid that. You can shift the fundamental lower tone easily without altering the top end too much, and it generally sounds good on percussion. For tonal instruments like voice and guitar, a pitch shifter is better, but for me personally, I prefer frequency shifters on percussion. So let me show you how you can do this and tune your drums. So we have MFreqShifterMB. First thing, let's just bypass this so we can hear what our snare sounds like. So this is just a basic analog style snare sample. It sounds almost like a 808 style snare. So before we get into actually changing the sound, we need to find out what the pitch is so we can decide if we need to move it up or down or what we want to tune it to. So I'm going to use MAnalyzer. MAnalyzer is part of the free Melda bundle, so you can just pick that up for free. Of course, if you pay money, you can unlock it and get a few extra features. But you see, it opens up just like this. Turn it on and play it. So it's showing us lots of stuff, but the problem is it's a bit too fast. So if we go into the settings, just turn up the delay until it's fast enough you can actually see what's happening. Now, as you saw there, it shows me what the note is. It shows me a D sharp. And if you actually pay to unlock this, you can make this bigger if you want, like this. And another thing, if that's not coming up and it's not easy for you to see, you can also use this areas button here, and let's see, keyboard top. Now I can actually see it on a keyboard, so when I play it, you'll be able to see it quite easily. So you can see it's hitting right between that D and E. So now that I know what I'm looking for, I think, okay, it's about D sharp E. Let's try to move it down to C. This is where we're going to use MFreqShifter multiband. Just click it, unbypass it, and I'm just going to use a preset here. Let's use one band. So this is how it starts out. I'm going to turn off the pre-filtering. You can do that by taste. And we're not going to mess with lots of the different settings. The only thing we really want to mess with is the shift. So I'll move it over here. We have the analyzer. And what I want to do is I want to look at the analyzer and move the shift up and down until I can find that C. In this case, let's move it down to C. So we'll play it, and as we do that, we'll just shift it. Okay, and I'm thinking, okay, it's very difficult in these lower notes to actually get the correct setting. So if you push Control, you can get finer adjustments. So let's try that again. When I'm pushing Control, at least this works on Windows. Okay, that's pretty good. It's hitting on C, so I'll let you hear the before and after. And we could do the same thing just moving up, so try it again, and we'll move up instead of to this C here. So, there we go. I think that's a little bit too high, but you can, judge for yourself. And another problem here is you saw the very lowest parts of the snare are moving up, and it's creating another tone that I may or may not want. And that's one of the reasons to use MFreqShifter multiband. Of course, if you just want to do that and that's fine, you can use the free version, which is MFreqShifter, I should say. But if we want to get rid of that, what we can do here is right click, insert a band, and now I'll go here, just bypass this. And now I'm going to look here to see where is that format we had before, that little spike on D sharp. So play it again. Okay, so now I'm going to bypass this left band in blue. This upper band, I'm going to solo it, and we're going to do the same thing and try to move this up to C. Okay, and now that we have that, what I can do is just unsolo this and hear them both together. So I'll let you hear all the different versions. First, soloing just the upper band, then both of them together, and then bypassed. Okay, so the reason I like this is it doesn't really mess with the character or change the overall sound except for the tone and the frequency of that specific format, I should say. And this is really good when I want to tune a drum, like let's say, for example, you're layering drums and you want the two drums to mesh together well. You don't want them to be out of tune. Or when you want the drums to be in the same key as your song. Sometimes I've found that pitch shifting it makes it too dull, so this can really help in this case, and it's fast and easy to do. So in the future I'll show some other tricks you can do with MFreqShifter multiband and percussion, but until then, subscribe if you haven't done that, give me a thumbs up, and check out all the other plugins at melderproduction.com. Till next time, see you.